Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to the Hermit's Moon. We are here to pull cards for you for the week of August 11th through the 17th to try to help you figure out how to make the most of that time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have a jumper already. Before I start, if you're new to my channel, I would so appreciate you subscribing, and please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. The first card that came out is Truth Be Told. Okay, this is so important, I feel like, during this week, during this time, and always, for you to speak your truth, Capricorn, for you to resonate with it and align with it, because that's where you're going to be the happiest and the most fulfilled. When we are living in our truth, there is just a peace and a calm that just envelops our entire life. And that's where you're going to find the most productivity, the most happiness, is speaking your truth and living your truth as well. Okay, let's pull one more card for you all before we get started with tarot. Milk and honey. Okay, there's a lot of blessings coming this way. This is the card of material blessings coming in. And it's such a blessing if you are someone who can just, speak your truth and live your truth anyway. But I do feel like this is going to be a very abundant time for you, Capricorn. So don't be afraid to ask God and the universe what it is that you really want out of life, and then expect good things. Expect for it to come to you. Okay, let's go ahead and give the cards a shuffle for my Capricorn friends. At this time, I want to invite you guys, if you know your moon sign and your rising sign, don't be afraid to go ahead and check out those videos as well, because you will get information there that's going to be very beneficial to you too. I always remind people we are so much more than our sun sign. Okay, what you've been dealing with in the past, Capricorn, we have King of Water. This is Scorpio energy when I read. And I feel like it's been really important for you to get a hold of your emotions and to stay in charge of yourself. That is really key for you, being true, because there's nothing more stressful or disorienting, I feel like, than when we have to cover up how we really feel about a situation. And I feel like some of you have been doing that. So spread light and shed light onto it and help your heart heal, help you feel like you're being true to yourself by telling your own truth. Now, you've also been dealing with Ace of Water. So here's our second water card for you guys, which tells me that you're up in your feels right now. Your intuition is probably really on point, and I feel like you've been getting intuitive hits about what you need to be doing about a certain situation in your life. And now I feel like you just need just a little push or a little bit nudge to get going. We start here, we've got the King of Water and the Ace of Water. So we've got the beginning and the end that you've been dealing with. So I feel like you have really used this past week or this past, maybe even all of 2025 to work through an emotional situation for yourself. And now you're ready for the beginning, the new fresh start. Putting all of this behind you, living your truth, and going forward for the rest of 2025 and beyond, living your truth and being your true, authentic self. And we also have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, and this is like a spiritual awakening for you all. I feel like maybe some of you have been people-pleasing in the past. Maybe trying to hide your true feelings about someone or a situation, and now you're on a new path. You're doing things differently because you've processed all that. Now you're learning to speak your truth. You've worked through all of these emotions from the Ace to the King. You're ready for the new beginning. Remember, I always say that aces are blessings from the universe, and you're ready for that fresh start now. Let's see what else you guys need to know while you're on this path. It's going to be a week of revelations for you guys. Let's just pull a couple of cards here. There's two. We'll take those two. Okay, we have the Fire Fairy. So think fire energy. Think Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That might be really important for some of you if you have a person close to you or you're dealing with someone that's one of those signs. But fire energy, this is you creating the life that you've been dreaming about, the one that you've been longing for before you were standing in your truth. And now you've experienced all this emotional growth. Now you're really ready to go out there and cultivate and create, because that's what the Fire Fairy does. creative action, optimism. I want you to really be positive minded, expect good things and expect positive results, and then go forward creating this world for yourself, Capricorn. We also have butterfly, which is about transformation. What do butterflies do? They emerge out of the cocoon a whole new creature. And I feel like whatever you've been doing in the past, let's just say from the beginning of 2025 up until now, it has led to this moment where now you're the butterfly. Now you're ready to come out of your cocoon and spread your wings and fly. Good for you, Capricorn. Seek beauty around you. And when I say beauty, what that means for me is like gratitude. It means getting out into the natural world, maybe taking a walk, counting my blessings, being grateful for the lessons and the blessings, all of it, being grateful for all of it. Okay, let's see where you're presently at, what you're dealing with, Capricorn. Nine of Earth. This is the card of living your best life. You've put the hard work in, which Capricorn is not afraid of hard work. So if you've been doing this, or if you can start doing this now, you're going to start living the life that you've been trying to draw to or align with. The career is going to fall into place. The love life is going to fall into place. You're going to meet the right people. Friendships are going to resonate, and it's just going to be like a time of synchronicity for you. Beautiful blessings. We also have the Ace of Air. So here's another ace for you guys. Like I told you, aces are blessings from the universe, and aces are also about a new beginning and a new way of doing things. You have followed your heart and done the healing work, or at least started on it, which we are forever healing. I feel like as we are walking through this earthly realm, we are constantly on the path of healing. Now I want you to pay attention to your ideas. Pay attention to communication. Make sure that you're communicating very clearly with people around you, as well as with the universe about what you want. This is another new beginning for you guys. You're calling in blessings. And we have Eight of Water. This is the time I really believe that you guys need to start walking away from what no longer serves you. Whatever you were having to heal with all of this water energy, whatever you're having to heal from, now you're ready to put it to bed, send it into the past, and walk into a more beautiful future. You are ready. Okay, let's pull some relationship cards for you guys. For those of you that are really trying to call in love, you've got that Ace of Water. So this could definitely be a time where you could be meeting someone. And that fire energy, that fire fairy, I really do feel like there's a fire sign around some of you. Maybe that's what you're, if you're not in, okay, slow down, Renee. You might be possibly in a relationship with one of those signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Those are the fire signs. Or some of you might be ready to begin a relationship with someone with one of those signs. So pay attention. And I know, a lot of people, people like to talk about astrology. I don't care. Some people diss it and make it sound like it's woo-woo. But listen, we all know what sign we're born under. So don't be afraid to have those conversations and start just a fun conversation with someone and see if there's a fire sign around you. Okay, right off the bat, we have Poker Face. Taking a chance, risks and options, not showing your hand, and gambling. Gamble on yourself at this week, Capricorn, because I feel like you're going to be a sure bet. Don't be afraid to take some risks in life, especially if you are trying to call new love in. It might be time for you to think outside the box with this Hierophant. When the Hierophant shows up, it might be calling us to do things in a non-traditional way. So be open to new experiences, to new people, and just meeting people. It doesn't mean you're going to be stuck with them or marrying them. Just don't be afraid to get out there and have new experiences and have new people in your world. And we have Ship. So this tells me movement forward, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression, and arriving. This, I feel like, number one, the Eight of Water. This is Eight of Cups energy, definitely, with this Ship and with moving on. Because that is what the Eight of Cups is all about. It's about figuring out what works for you, what doesn't, and leaving the old stuff behind. And I really, really want you guys to focus on that this week. If you were to progress and start moving towards your most authentic self, your happiest self, what is holding you back? It's going to be something different for each one of you, but right now it's time for you to really examine that and figure out what it is that has kept you in a place of stagnation. Move away from it. Okay, what your future self wants you to know. 4 of air. Don't be afraid to rest and recuperate. You guys find so much of your story about yourselves in your work. And you're wonderful hard workers. And that is such a great trait. But sometimes you guys work yourselves to death. And you get too caught up in your career stuff and maybe not paying enough attention to the relationships. Maybe that's why you're having the progression from the Ace of Water to the King of Water. It's time for you to focus on things outside of your work in order to be more well-rounded and happy. And rest and recuperate is what that's about. You have the 5 of Fire. I feel like there has been some inner turmoil going on for you guys. You have these aces telling you that you are ready for that new beginning. You've started down the healing path, or at least you know you're meant to. And now, so maybe that's what you're meant to walk away from, is this inner turmoil. I feel like it might be time for you guys to listen to your hearts with this King of Water, follow your intuition, and know that you are enough already. Now it's time for you to put the turmoil behind you and start living the life, chasing the things that are really going to bring you fulfillment and happiness. And there's more than career with that. Yes, you do have a wonderful career card here, a beautiful business card. This is the entrepreneur card. But while all that's important, and while I encourage you to keep going down that path and pursuing that, don't forget that love and friendships and the people around you are just as important, if not more. And we have 2 of Earth, balance. I feel like that is the big message for you guys, is balancing what in your heart, balancing the milk and honey with the career, with love, going forward, realizing that yes, what I was just saying, the career is so important, but so are the people. It's time for you to find balance. Now, whenever this card shows up, I always use it as a warning card as well for people to make sure that you don't have more going out than coming in. So balance your bank accounts, make sure that you're in good standing there. Find that grounded earth balance in the finances is going to also give you happiness and fulfillment and calmness. Look at the treasure chest that's in this card here. I just noticed that. If you have been overspending or not paying enough attention to, we've been talking about love here, but maybe a lot of you are focused on career and bringing in the money. So you've got to find a balance of things that, make sure that you're not overspending, make sure that you're not giving too much away, because that is a beautiful thing, but you have to make sure at the end of the day that your bills are covered too. Okay, what your guides and ancestors want you to know. We have Queen of Fire, more fire energy, okay? You guys have the Fire Fairy and you have the Queen of Fire here. She is Aries energy when I read, but she also embodies Leo and Sagittarius. This is you pursuing your passions. What is that for you guys? It's going to be something different for each one of you because this is a general reading. But this is about you being bold enough to go forward and go after the dream, go after the love. You can't have it all, Capricorn. And the Queen of Fire, she settles for nothing less. She knows that she deserves it all. She doesn't let anything stand in her way. And sometimes us earth signs, we get so caught up in being practical that we kind of squash our fire. And I don't want you to do that. I say, I'm not a Capricorn, I'm a Virgo, but we are that earth element where we have that in common, where we find a lot of our stability and our happiness is in staying grounded and in the material world. But don't forget how important your passions are, okay? We have the Sun. Wonderful, wonderful card to show up towards the end of your reading, because this is the most positive card in the deck. You guys have a lot of fire energy, I feel like, on the table, with the Queen of Fire and the Fire Fairy. And now we have the Sun card. This is a positive, positive sign, a positive omen for you that everything's going to work out for your highest and greatest good. Go to the doctor and work through any health issues, because it's all going to be okay. Put yourself, think outside the box with the Hierophant. Don't hold yourself back, and don't put yourself in a box. The Sun card is telling you to live your boldest, most daring life. And that's what the Queen of Fire would do too. This is a happy ending, good luck, joy, wealth, positivity. You can't go wrong. Even if this card is reversed, it's still all good. And I'm only pulling the cards upright from this deck, but the Sun card, it's a good omen no matter what. And wow, we have Queen of Water here. Okay, you've got the King of Water and the Queen of Water. And you also have the Ace of Water. I do feel like for someone here, this is meant to be a love reading for you. And this is me telling you to be bold about seeking love. Okay, you have moving to, this Ship card is, I feel like it is you moving towards a better love life, a happier, more fulfilled love life. I feel like this week is going to be a great time for you guys to put yourselves out there, get on dating apps if you're not. If you're in a relationship already, really focus on your partner and you and that synergy that you have. Because when you have that when everything is happy at home, it makes the rest of the world okay. And I want you to really remember that your relationships with the people that you share your journey with are what's most important. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this reading resonates for you. Please give the video a thumbs up. I pull cards every morning and every evening. I pull a surrender card at night to remind us of what we need to let go of throughout our day. So catch those in my shorts videos, but I'll meet you back here for another reading, Capricorn. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.